Hey folks, I want to talk to you guys about something that's pretty big in the news right now, and that is gun control. I'm sure we've all heard of the whole massacre in Connecticut with the school children and all these other shootings that have been happening recently. So I thought I'd want to talk to you about my opinions on gun control, where it's headed, and where I think it should be headed. Now, when forming an opinion about anything at all, I try to be as unbiased as possible. So I need to try to understand both sides before I actually form my opinion. I understand we have a constitutional right to bear arms, and I understand that assault weapons can kill a whole lot more people than any other weapon. Now, the problem with too little gun control is that there are just too many weapons out there, and it's just too readily accessible to criminals and people who would use them to do harm. Now, too much gun control is also going to be a problem because you're just going to create a nuisance for all law-abiding citizens who wants to purchase weapons for their own private use. Most criminals obtain their weapons illegally anyway, so more gun control isn't really going to solve the problem either. I obviously agree that we should have expanded background checks. Everybody who purchases a weapon needs to have their background checked to make sure that they're going to use it for what they say they're going to use it for. But I think trying to ban certain types of weapons is kind of a stupid idea. I mean, there has to be a compromise on this issue, right? Because no one can always have their way, as in anything with a political debate or a social debate. So I was thinking, why don't we just regulate distribution and manufacturing? Why don't they just make guns safer? Why can't they just make guns so that he can't be used by criminals? I personally believe we should not be banning weapons left and right. There are technologies available like NFC chips and radios, along with certain like bands or bracelets that we can wear so that only a registered user can fire a weapon. There's no incentive for a criminal to steal these weapons because they can't use them. And criminals would obviously fail background checks so they can't get these weapons in the first place. So if we address the issue at manufacturing, I believe that we can address the whole gun violence issue without infringing upon ownership rights. Now, obviously, I believe expanded background checks are a good idea. Every point of sale should be looked at. Everybody's selling it. Third party, gun shop, there should be no loopholes. It's kind of stupid that there is right now, so obviously that needs to be closed, and that should fix the other half of the issue. Everything I've said is my opinion, by the way, so I'd just like to invite friendly conversation on this topic. I don't want any flame wars or crazy rants about this. It's a serious issue, and I want serious conversation about it. So these are just my thoughts. No need to be angry at me for what I believe. They're just my opinions. I'm sure you have your own. Well, folks, that's all I have to say for today, so enjoy your weekends.